From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Thursday, April 13th, 2017. Silver is trading at $18.56 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,287 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 1.2 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $1,200. Antiwar.com reports in comments to the Wall Street Journal on Wednesday, President Donald Trump conceded that his previous assumption about China's tremendous power over North Korea turned out not to be true, and that China's President Xi Jinping explained the situation to him during last week's visit. Trump now says he realizes it's not so easy for China to just order North Korea to abandon its nuclear weapons program, and that it's not what you would think. In the lead up to Xi's visit, Trump had repeatedly demanded China resolve the situation, threatening for the U.S. to impose a solution if they did not. This doesn't explain President Trump's comments about the Xi meeting, however, because as recently as Tuesday, he was still talking as though he believed China could solve North Korea for him, and even publicly offered a better trade deal for doing so. Now that he's come to the realization that China can't snap its fingers and expect North Korea to obey, at least in some statements, it's not clear how that would impact U.S. policy, as Trump is keen to do something about North Korea, and if he's finally convinced China can't, that might serve as a pretext for unilateral action. Born into a devastating world and raised among the crowd, the Cloudwalker assumes a new identity and begins the unrelenting quest for truth. In this epic journey, he discovers dark secrets about aspects of his previous life that he once trusted. Through the journal of the Cloudwalker, he shares both the traumatic hardships and the eternal beauties of his experiences. Fueled in the beginning by his unsettling thoughts and emotions, he learns how to find peace with everything he has woken up to. Dear Society by the Cloudwalker is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores. UPI reports Tesla Motors founder and CEO Elon Musk had a message Wednesday for disconcerted investors calling for a more independent board of directors. Go buy shares of Ford. Musk shared his message on Twitter amid the investors' criticism that the electric automaker's board isn't sufficiently business diverse. Musk tweeted, "This investor group should buy Ford stock. Their governance is amazing." On Monday, the group of investors wrote a letter to Tesla's independent director acknowledging phenomenal growth, but criticizing the company for having too many potential conflicts of interest on the board of directors. They said the board members, which include the CEO's brother, are too closely associated with Musk. The letter stated 5 of 6 current non-executive directors have professional or personal ties to Mr. Musk that could put at risk their ability to exercise independent judgment. A thoroughly independent board would prove a critical check on possible dysfunctional group dynamics, such as groupthink. In his remarks on social media, Musk said he has already identified the need for more independent voices on the board. Musk said, "Besides, I already said we'd add more independent members during the SolarCity merger. We'll announce soon, but this group has nothing to do with it." Earlier this month, Tesla passed both Ford and General Motors on its way to becoming the most valuable automaker in the United States. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports lawyers for the passenger dragged from a United Airlines plane in Chicago filed an emergency request with an Illinois state court on Wednesday to require the carrier to preserve video recordings and other evidence related to the incident. Citing the risk of serious prejudice to their client, Dr. David Dow, the lawyers want United and the city of Chicago, which runs O'Hare International Airport, to preserve surveillance video, cockpit voice recordings, passenger and crew list, and other materials related to the United Flight 3411. Chicago's aviation department said on Wednesday that 2 more officers had been placed on leave in connection with the incident, during which airport security officers dragged Dow from his seat aboard a United jet headed for Louisville, Kentucky. 1 officer was placed on leave on Tuesday. Paul Callan, a civil and criminal trial lawyer in New York, said the public outcry over Dow's treatment would likely push the airline to a quick and generous settlement. United CEO Oscar Munoz is under pressure to contain a torrent of bad publicity and calls for boycotts against United, unleashed by videos that captured Dow's rough treatment by airline and airport security staff. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.